Welcome fans, welcome all to a very anticipated matchup, one that I've been very excited for. And I will say that I apologize. We were supposed to be showing this game on last night, but there were some issues. Um, but we are here. We are here now as Jalen Milton is going to kick the opening kickoff up into the back of the end zone for a touchback. Um, but I'm very excited for this game. I'm very excited for these two teams to play. Cleveland has played Dallas on a few different occasions, and I have showed that on the channel once actually. And and Cleveland was not able to best Dallas at all. So now we will be able to get to see how now we're going to be able to get to see how these teams fare against one another in their new states. With as for Lorenzo Camps, the new D end is going to go out for Cleveland. For Lorenzo Camps was picked up in free agency just last week, and now he's going to be out as Quentin Randy is there on the stop to stop that big running back Darron Smith. And I believe this game is going to be a crucial one where Cleveland did have, or still does have, a reimagined defensive line. They have a new corner in Quentin Randy, and they have Blaine Wright, a new tight end. So Cleveland has done very well in free agency. They also picked up a new wide receiver in Dean Barnes, who has been able to jump to the top of the depth chart. And then they've also been able to pick up Darryl Black, a D tackle. They've picked up Devin Jackson, a linebacker. And all of the men that they have picked up have been standout are standout players, I should say. Now we don't know how they're going to perform in game. They are fighting for that chance right now. As I believe that was Freddie Haynes on the stop. And Dallas is also a team that has picked up some crucial some key free agents in some areas that they were of need. Steven Johnson at defensive back, Andy Holiday at linebacker, Neville Bishop for the defensive line as well, and George Oladejo. But I have a strong feeling that George Oladejo is not going to be here to receive the ball all too much, but more so to be a blocker. As Richard Nash was in on the sack, Tyrone Smith is going to dodge a tackle. He is going to beat number 24 to the punch. So we are going to see Garrett Cobb miss that tackle. As Tyrone Smith is 8 for 41, and this game is already getting out of hand for Cleveland. As going into the end of the first quarter, they're already allowing Tyrone Smith to have some decent yards. John Barber's going to try to run the but he's going to get stopped, and he is not going to be able to go anywhere. As Johnson, the free safety, Lincoln Johnson, the free safety, is going to get taken out for a few plays. But Dallas has a pretty nice secondary as well. They and let's just go over that secondary. At right cornerback, they have Barrett Barton, the original starter. As Blaine Wright is going to make that tackle in double coverage, and Blaine Wright, as I said, was a great pickup for Cleveland. And I believe that during this game, he will do the best that he can to show up and show out as the Cleveland coach and the Dallas coach will continue this mini chess match they have going on in their heads about how they can stop their opponents respectively. As that ball is picked off and intercepted by Ray Lewis, and Ray Lewis is going to take that ball and he is going to progress it about 2 or 3 yards, and then also Haynes is out for the 0 percenters. Marcus Haynes, the starting right guard, and we're going to see how long he is going to be expected to be out soon. We will get that information to you. But continuing to go back over this defense, as Tyrone Smith is going to make Quentin Randy miss, he's going to make another man miss. He has a few more men to beat, and he is going to get brought down a little, looks like a little after the 40. And score still 0-0, but I believe it's panic time for Cleveland. They are letting Dallas get hot on this running game. They have to figure out how to stop it. They've changed personnel, they've changed playbooks, and still have not been able to stop this rushing attack that Dallas has. And Dallas is the only team that I've witnessed by far that can keep up with this run game. And Tyron Smith is going to carry that ball 6 yards, as we're going to finally see a carry from Darron Roberts. And Darron Roberts is going to cut out to the left side. I'm sorry. He's going to try and get up and score. He is not. He is going to be brought down first and goal from the 1 yard line. Darron Roberts, I'm sorry, has 3 carries on 11 yards. That wasn't our first time seeing him. Darron Roberts is going to get stopped right at the line once again, and we're going to see another strong eye formation. Darron Roberts 4-4-11. He's going to try and cut it right up the middle, and Darron Roberts is in for the score. So Dallas up 6-0, so it's not panic time yet, but Cleveland is going to have to answer that. Cleveland is going to have to answer that score. So we are going to see a kick by John Dorsett, the kicker for Dallas. We are going to see, it looks like, a catch by Dean Barnes, and Dean Barnes is going to try his best as he is brought down by Steven Johnson, the brand new corner, and that's going to lead perfectly into what I've been trying to get to you all. In the right corner, we have Barrett Barton, standout. It looks like he'll have an MVP season. That's my prediction. Lincoln Johnson at free safety. Mo Woodson at strong safety. And then we have Steven Johnson at left cornerback, as that ball is picked off by Andy Holiday, the new tight end, the new linebacker. I'm sorry. So that secondary is pretty nice, and then when we look at our nickelback and dimeback, we have Trace James at nickelback, Sam Combs at dimeback. So Dallas is going to look to stop and shut out opposing teams when they are on defense, as we have Ray Lewis as an inside linebacker and Andy Holiday as an outside linebacker, the left outside linebacker, if I'm not mistaken. And then Lamar Hodges at right outside linebacker, Forrest Nichols at the other inside linebacker. And Dallas is just Dallas is a team that will that will run that ball down your throat, and they don't pass all too often. So any head coach that is watching this, take note of the amount of run plays that Dallas is going with, because the only way you're going to beat Dallas is to force them to pass the ball. They're not comfortable passing the ball. That coach is not comfortable passing the ball. Steven Johnson is there to pick that ball off. He was sitting. He was waiting. He anticipated, and he jumped up at the right moment, at the right time, to get that ball back for his team. Steven Johnson, the standout player who only has not even one complete game under his belt, as Tyrone Smith is going to elude tacklers. So, Miller is going to go out, but he is expected to return, as Tyrone Smith is going to run that ball, dodge 2 tacklers. He's going to try and make another man miss, but he doesn't. And he is making the new guy, Quentin Randy. Tyrone Smith is making that new guy, Quentin Randy, look silly. Tyrone Smith is going to dodge a tackle. He's going to try and dodge a tackle, but Quentin Randy is going to be there on the stop. Now, to get to some of the injuries that occurred. Now, Marcus Haynes, the right guard, will be out for the season. And for Lorenzo Camps will actually end up being out for only a handful of weeks. So this lacking O-line that Cleveland already had will continue to need some more help, as Ward is going to be there on the catch, and he is going to haul it in for his team, and that is going to be a really great catch for Dallas, but a bad start to this game for Cleveland, as they are looking for ways to get out of this 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 hole, and that was Derek Ward on the catch. So going into about to go into the end of the half, Dallas is up 21. They're gonna have to figure something out. But going back to Cleveland, Cleveland is going to have to pick up, as he is going to wait for Steven Johnson. Not Steven Johnson. I'm sorry. He's going to wait for that linebacker to pull up, and when he does pull up, he launches that ball off to John Barber. John Barber is able to stretch it down the field and get down to the 7-yard line, first and goal. 2 carries on 4 yards, with a handful of receptions on a good amount. And Andy Holiday is there on the stop on this one. He was not going to be taken once again. And as you can see, Cleveland's O-line is not all too good at holding many blocks. That defense is very fast off the block. So Cleveland is going to have to figure something out, as he's throwing the ball into tight coverage to Blaine Wright. And Blaine Wright is going to be able to haul that one in around the likes of Steven Johnson, the new standout shutdown corner. Blaine Wright is there for the stop. So if I'm any team, any coach watching this game, you are looking at Dallas's run tendencies. Cleveland is not giving you a reason to even worry about them right now. No, and I can't even say that, actually. That is wrong to say. Because Cleveland is just facing a higher caliber team. For Cleveland, you do have to watch out for that tight end. You're gonna have to watch out for those receivers. You're gonna have to watch out for how they spread the ball around. This Darron Smith is 17 for 149, and he's going to be 18 for I am not going to try and do that mental math. He's going to dump that ball off to Darron Roberts. Darron Roberts is going to try and make a man miss, but he's going to get tackled. And Darron Smith is still going to be their standout running back. But you really are going to have to take a look at how this team creates issues in the run game. You're gonna have to take a look at all of that, and you're going to have to plan out your attack accordingly. As Dallas is not a team that lets up on the running game. So for Dallas, you're going to have to stop them on the run, force them to pass, and then you will have a chance. You should have a chance of winning. For Cleveland, you're going to have to watch out really for Blaine Wright right now. They haven't done anything else to make me think that there's anything else you need to look out for, but Blaine Wright, and watch that screen pass. Now next week, Cleveland will have a bye, and when they come off of that bye, they will have a few good games ahead of them. In week 3, they will play the Bears, followed by a week 4 versus the Dragons, followed by a week 5 versus the Wolves, followed by a week 6 versus the Bears. They see the Flamingos again in week 8, and that is an away game that time. So Cleveland is actually going to finish up all of their home games by week 6, and they'll finish out the season from games 7 through 10 away, at the Flamingos, at the Wolves, and at the Dragons. Now, actually, the Alligators game will be a bye. As the Alligators head coach did drop out before the season began. So if there's anyone watching who would like to take over for the Alligators while we are still young in the season, please reach out to me. Please say something. The Alligators do have a fairly good team, as John Barber is going to be able to try and get away from Lincoln Johnson. This team, this Cleveland team, is going to try their best to do things to win. They're going to try and do their best to do things to get out of this hole they're facing of 28-7. But Dallas just seems to be a higher caliber team, as that ball is picked off by Steven Johnson. And strong eye formation. And at this point, Cleveland is just trying. They want to know what to do. They don't know how to do it. They just know they want to do it. And they're gonna have to win. And as the Cleveland head coach was very hopeful that they'd win and go on to the playoffs and be champions. Right now, I mean, especially through all of their other games, they haven't proven that's what they can do. They haven't proven any of that. So they're going to have to prove within the next few weeks or so that they can shut out teams and win. Now, when the season simulation went on, Cleveland did go 5-5. But all of the teams are different now. Many teams have picked up free agents. Many teams have done things differently. We're just going to have to see how Dallas and how Cleveland fare. Now, Dallas will play. For those of you wondering what Dallas's schedule is like, and might be becoming a fan of how Dallas plays, Dallas will be playing the Wolves next week, and that is going to be another away game, followed by a home game versus the Wolves in week 3, followed by a home game versus the Bears in week 4, followed by an away game versus the Dragons in week 5, and they finally get a bye in week 6. So the Flamingos have a bye in week 6 and week 10, and again, this bye is against the Alligators. So if there's anyone who wants to take over for that Alligators team and help to make this a full season, please let me know, and we will get you situated with your team ASAP. Now, so these two teams are going to have some great matchups. I predict that Dallas will beat the Wolves very easily. I also do predict that they'll be able to beat the 0%ers again very easily. I'm not sure about the Bears because we have not seen them play yet, but the Dragons, I believe, will be able to pose some challenge. For those of you, as Tucker goes out, actually, I'm sorry, let me pull that up for you guys. As Randy Tucker is going to go out with a head injury, so that is a concussion. I will be able to confidently say that he should be out for the next 4 weeks. So we're gonna have to they're gonna have to fare without their left tackle for just a little bit, as Terrence Russell is gonna try and rush, as Hodges is gonna miss. But Barber is still gonna be corralled down after a gain of about 4. And going into this game, I thought this game would be the most interesting, most impactful, most challenging, anything. But it's not. And as that ball is he's gonna try and dump that ball off the same he dumped it off before when he made Andy Holiday miss, and kind of pull up, but he's not gonna be able to get it off right there, as they're going to throw the ball again. They're gonna dump it off to John Barber, and the flat Andy Holiday is gonna try and catch up to him. Andy Holiday isn't gonna be able to catch up to him. John Barber is gonna keep on running. He's gonna try and surpass Lincoln Johnson, but he's not going to be able to get brought to bypass Lincoln Johnson. As Cleveland at this point just needs to score. Cleveland needs to just score in this moment. So we are going to see what Cleveland can do, and as they're going to dump that ball off, and Blaine Wright is going to be able to haul that ball in looked like quadruple coverage. All kinds of safeties, corners, everyone just back there trying to, because they noticed that Blaine Wright is a mismatch. Blaine Wright is someone who is going to come up with that ball in their hands. And looking at this and looking at how Cleveland runs their offense, Cleveland is going to benefit from running a spread style offense. They are going to benefit from getting that ball all around and spreading out all of the backs and just everyone that they can to find out which one of their receivers will be able to pass one of these linebackers or one of these corners. We're just going to have to see what they can do as we are nearing the end of the third quarter. I'm about to go into the fourth quarter. I do want you guys to list some predictions for the season. I want you to predict who you think will win out of the games that you've seen thus far. You know who you think will win. You only have one. There's only one team that you haven't seen, but you will see their game next Friday, and that team is the Bears. The Bears will be facing off, if I'm not mistaken, against the 0%ers. Well, let me actually make sure that that is correct for you guys. The Bears will be facing off, yes, in week 3 versus the 0%ers. And this week the Bears will be playing. I'm sorry, not next week. Next week the Bears will be playing the Dragons. The following week they'll be playing the 0%ers. So the 0%ers are going to have to watch these next two. They're going to have to watch how the Bears play and kind of adjust, because this is one team that Cleveland is not going to be able to prepare for, because there's no game footage. There isn't anything on them. Now, John Barber is going to get brought down by Andy Holiday, and again, I just think that they need to convert John Barber into a receiving back and go with Jackson Welch is 11 for 20 on the day. And I believe he's throwing 2 touchdowns. That ball is intercepted by Steven Johnson again. And Steven Johnson at this point has had maybe 3 interceptions. Might be more. And Steven Johnson, I'm not sure if it's Jackson Welch throwing bad throws, or if Steven Johnson is just that good. And why he was just sitting in free agency, the world will never know. But Dallas is going to throw right here, as it looks like there might be Tony Carter that's open, and Tony Carter is the man who's open, making a man miss, and Tony Carter is going to run that ball in for a score. And if you are Cleveland, you're not giving up, but you need to score. You need to score just to bring up your stats, to bring up something. And Cleveland's just going to have to hit the drawing board. They're going to have to figure something out. And they have some off time. They're going to be able to watch other teams. They're going to be able to figure out, kind of what's going on. As Steven Johnson is going to get an angle on Dean Barnes, and Dean Barnes is not going to be able to cut that ball upfield. And so Cleveland is going to come at him again. They're going to try and run upfield, but Barber is not going to be able to get there, as it is 42-14. And Dallas has ran away with this game. Dallas came out here. They did what they needed to do. They did what they had to do. And not that they didn't do something. They could have done some things better. But on defense, they were clicking. And Lincoln Johnson just brought in an interception. On defense, Dallas was clicking, forcing stops, forcing turnovers. And they forced a lot of turnovers at this point. And we'll see if they can get some more before the game is over, as Darron Roberts is going to be able to get that ball. Now, 32 carries on 200+ yards. These two running backs are going to be fighting each other to see who can win running back of the year, because this right here is a slaughter, honestly, and Dallas does not care about any mercy rule. They just want to win, and they want to win in any way that they can win. Cleveland is just going to have to figure out how to stop them. Now, since we are closing out the game, anyone who is interested in joining maybe for next season, I would love for you to drop a comment and also join our Discord and let us know that you are interested in joining. Let us know that this is something that you want to do, because we definitely do want to make sure that you guys are satisfied. Make sure you guys are happy. And I want you all to be a part of this. I want to grow a huge community behind this. It's a minute and 54 seconds left. Let's hope that Cleveland can do something. Score, as he tried to stop and trick out Steven Johnson, but I don't think that was going to work. And the Cleveland head coach, controlling his team, he is going to have to figure out a better way to do it. As Terrence Russell is going to shed those blocks and be able to get right into the backfield for a tackle for loss of 3 yards. And Cleveland's just going to have to do something. They can't run. They aren't really clicking on in the passing game, as Daxon Welch has had quite a few completions to the other side, as Dean Barnes is able to haul that one in. And Cleveland is just going to try and do something. Minute and 20 seconds left. So far, 7 yards total, negative 3 yards rushing, and a handful of yards passing. As that ball is going to be picked off by Andy Holiday, and that might just be the last interception of the game. We will see, as Dallas is going to not take a knee, but they will try to run. They will try to score. As Darron Roberts is going to have to fake out 3 men, and he does. He takes out 3 of them, but is tackled by a 4th. As this game is reaching its closing moments, as Kenny Janikowski is going to drop back. He's going to drop back by about not 15 yards, but he's going to drop back, and he's going to try and throw that ball, but he's not going to be able to get it. And Kenny Janikowski is going to hand the ball off to Darron Roberts. Darron Roberts is stopped in the backfield by Richard Nash and company. Richard Nash finally showing out, and we are going to get a 4th down call, and we are going to see if they can do anything. And Kenny Janikowski is going to get stopped before he can get started. Now, 47 seconds left. Cleveland's got to be feeling good. They know they can't win, but they know that they can do something. And what are they going to do on this play? Daxon Welch is going to roll out to the right side. He's going to look for a man. He's going to pass that ball. Who is he passing it to? He is going to haul it off, and it is not going to be able to get brought in. And it just wasn't caught. And we're going to see Daxon Welch drop back again. He's going to try and avoid Terrence Russell, but Terrence Russell is not going to be denied. And as Daxon Welch is going to drop back from one of his last few passes of the game, he's going to DAL it off to Blaine Wright. Blaine Wright, clear view ahead of him. He is going to beat out Steven Johnson. He is going to beat out Ray Lewis. And he is going to score the touchdown. Steven Johnson, Barrett Barton, Ray Lewis, Lincoln Johnson. No one was going to be able to catch him. And as we are going to close out this game, and they are going to go for the 2-point conversion just to be able to get some points. And for whatever reason, they're throwing a Hail Mary, and he's going to throw that Hail Mary pass to Blaine Wright. Blaine Wright has been the target of almost all of the receptions today, but Blaine Wright has been the only consistent one on receptions today. With 24 seconds left, Jalen Wilson is going to kick that ball off, and he's going to kick it off to Tony Carter. Will Tony Carter be able to haul it in? Will he be able to haul it in? He does catch it, and he is now going to run this ball up the middle. He's going to try and score on this, and he is not going to be able to score. 21 seconds left in the game. And what are they going to do? And what can Cleveland do now? The way that Cleveland played on that last drive and on this drive, it looks like right now nope, not on this drive, but on that last drive, this is how they're going to have to play for the rest of the game. Well, not for the rest of the game, but for the rest of the time they play Dallas. They're just going to have to. This is how they're going to have to play. As Tyrone Smith is going to try and cut up to the far side. He's going to make a man miss. He's going to make another man miss. He's going to try and make another man miss, and he doesn't. He's going to get brought down. Dallas is going to call another timeout. They're going to try and score on this one. 9 seconds left. They have 1 timeout, and they just want to score. They want to run up those points. As Tyrone Smith is going to try and he's going to make a man miss. He's going to make another man miss, but he's going to be pulled out of bounds. 5 seconds left. 2nd and inches, and it looks like they are going to go for that money ball. And Dallas finished this game with 7 interceptions, and that's a lot. They didn't go for the Hail Mary. They are going to run the ball. They're going to try and run it. They're going to see what they're comfortable with, and they finished the game with 7 interceptions. And Cleveland's just going to have to do better. But I will see you all next week. Have a good day.